there, friend, and welcome back to Max Plays Games. This time around, I have something a little special. If you clicked on the video, you already know what I'm playing. I am playing Hearthstone, a collectible card game by Blizzard Entertainment. And I've recently been playing a lot of this game. I've been playing with Plague. I actually have the version on my phone. It's actually a really good version. This game is free to play, by the way. You can go download it if you want to. It's a really fun card game, and those of you who have been following me forever, you know that I have a thing with card games. I used to play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in my day. I tried Magic the Gathering, and I've basically dabbled, I've been dabbling, whatever that word means, in different kinds of card games. Like, my favorite RPG for the GameCube is Baten Kaitos. My third favorite game on the GameCube was Phantasy Star Online 3, which was basically a card game. I love card games, and this card game is so bloody pretty. It's ridiculous. This game is really fun. Now, before I go anywhere, let me explain to you the format of that this mini-series is gonna be. Because I didn't want to come in and do, like, Arena. Why? Because I'm broke, as you can tell by my gold count. I'm just generally broke. I don't have a lot of cards. And I've been the sort of person who I've been watching more people play than playing myself, and I wanted to change that. Not because I think it's bad, but because I really like this game. I really love card games, and I wanted to get into this game, not seriously, but a little bit more involved. So I did a little bit of digging around, and I found that there's a particular deck for my favorite class that I really love, and that deck is called Oil Rogue. Now, before I talk about anything, this mini-series is gonna be kind of me playing this deck, explaining how it works. I'm not an expert in this game. I'm not an expert at all. I'm not an expert. If you're coming in here being like, hey Max, I want some high-level gameplay, go away. Go away. Go watch Trump. Trump is really good. He's like my favorite Hearthstone YouTuber. Go watch him. He's cool. He's also pretty funny as well. I'm just gonna be explaining a lot of basic stuff because I know that a lot of people on my channel haven't played Hearthstone and know nothing of it, so I'll be running you by what's going on. And for all intents and purposes, this version of the Rogue Oil deck is a bootleg version. I am broke as hell, as you know. I'm broke, and I don't have a couple of the pieces that make this deck work. Primarily, for those of you who actually know the game, the card that I'm missing is Preparation. I don't have 2 copies of Preparation. I have 10 dust. How the hell would I be able to do this? By the way, for those of you who don't know, in this game, you don't have to rely on buying cards or buying packs and hoping to get the cards. You can also disenchant cards to forge them. I actually forged a lot of the pieces that I was missing, but I don't have Preparation. Preparation is a 0-cost spell that makes it so your next spell costs 3 less. The dream, of course, is to combo Preparation into Sprint, which basically for the cost of 4 mana you can draw 4 cards. It's actually really, really, really good. So, I'm missing that, and I am also probably missing a couple of other things that I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, I am also forgetting, let me just go into crafting, and Loatheb. Loatheb? Oh my god. Spell. He's 5 cost, isn't he? Legendary 5 cost. Where is he? Do I even have access to him? I guess I have to get him through the Hearthstone adventure. Let me go back there and show you real quickly. Solo adventures. Naxxramas second wing. Yeah, there you go. This other card that I'm missing is this card, Loatheb. He's not required. He's battle cry, which means that when he comes into play, he does this. All of the enemy spells cost 5. That is really good because at around turn 5 or 6, you're gonna go for your big burst to kill. So he really basically helps you solidify your situation at the moment so you can kill the enemy. I don't have him because it costs money to get him. I mean, I could get it with gold, so we may actually be able to grind that gold. I don't know. Eventually, I guess. So, today's session, as I mentioned, I'm going to be explaining the deck, Oily Rogue, and I'll explain to you why is it called Oily Rogue, or I mean, in my case, Oily Rogue Butt. And I'll also explain the ins and outs of this particular deck. There's like 9 million versions of it online, and I put together the one that I thought would work the best for what I had. So, before I do anything else, please take a drink every time I say that. Let me explain to you the main rogue mechanic, because if you are all new to Hearthstone, you know, there's 6 classes, 9 classes, there's a number of classes that I just happen to have forgotten by now. There's a number of classes, and each one has a different mechanic, or a different spin to the way the game is played. For Rogue, black frame cards, their deal is called Combo. Combo is this really interesting mechanic that whenever you have already played a card, the effect of the following card is amplified. So for instance, Eviscerate, for the cost of 2 mana, you deal 2 damage. Not very good. Especially considering that there's cards like Arcane Shot and Holy Smite that cost 1 mana and do 2 damage. But, if you play this after another card, it does 4 damage instead. Really good value. There's a bunch of cards that work like that. The Rogue is basically built around this mechanic. For instance, everybody's favorite, Defias Ringleader. Combo, summon a 2/1 Defias Bandit. So literally, like, if you play another card, or the Dream, the coin, you get 2 monsters for the price of 1 and a little bit extra. It's just good stuff. That is the main Rogue mechanic. Combo. A lot of the cards in this deck rely on combo. Not Flurry. Eviscerate just for damage. Defias Ringleader. Not Fan of Knives. Oh, yeah. SI7 Agent. Yeah. That he is the MVP of this deck. This is just such a really good card. Dealing 2 damage for free is just really, really good. And also, you may be thinking to yourselves, Matt, but how can you reliably activate combos? Well, by having a lot of really, really cheap spell cards, like Backstab, 0 cost, that's just free, and it does 2 damage to an enemy. In the early game, you can just kill enemies with this, and then combo into SI7 Agent, and kill another minion, or something like that. As for the big, Chunky, the main player in this deck, the thing that makes time travel possible, is Tinker's Sharp Sword Oil. For 4 mana, you can give your weapon +2 attack. If you combo into this card, you give another minion 3 attack. Now, this doesn't seem like it's a lot, but it's this in combination with a bunch of other things. Like, for example, by the way, as well, the Rogue hero spell is called Dagger Mastery, and you equip a weapon, basically. Now, we have a bunch of things to add synergy to that. Deadly Poison, that adds damage to that weapon. Of course, in Oil Rogue, the modus operandi, the plan is to never use your weapon when you don't have to. Why? Because of Blade Flurry. Blade Flurry destroys your weapon and then deals the damage to all enemies. So you could have something crazy, like Deadly Poison, Tinker's Sharp Oil, Rogue Oil, and where's my friend? Yeah, Goblin Auto Barber. And you can do, like, crazy damage, literally kill the entire enemy board, and still have the advantage, because you have all of these enemies. Now, all of these monsters, excuse me. Now, you may be thinking to yourselves, Max, this deck doesn't look very good. Well, I am missing a lot of pieces. I mean, I have, like, the big, nice support cards, like Antic Healbot, which, you know, it's actually a nice card. You know, restoring 8 health is pretty good, because you're either playing control or aggressive in this deck, and having just 8 health back is really effective. This deck, at least for me, has been faring really well against other classes, like Warrior and Freezing Mage is like the vein of my existence, and I am hoping with all of my heart that I don't go up against one in this first video. I've already been talking for a little while, so I want to get into the game as soon as possible, but I'm going to explain my reasoning for some of the cards here. I like Auto Barber. I actually really like this guy. He's pretty effective. Adding 1 more damage to your dagger can help. And, you know, I made this deck with what I had at hand. Like, if I had another Azure Drake, I would totally put him in here because he's so good. His spell damage per +1 makes it so, you know, all of your spells have 1 extra damage. That means that Backstab does 3. Not Blade Flurry. I think it also affects Blade Flurry. I don't know. Eviscerate does, you know, 3 or 5. That is a big jump, because there's a bunch of monsters that have 5 health. Big, beefy monsters with 5 health. You can just, boom, kill them like that. That is also why I have the Kobold Geomancer. I don't have Blood Mage Thalanos. The only legendary card, I have it as my only, like, endgame, mostly because it's cute. I have Sneed's Old Shredder, which when it dies, it summons another random legendary minion. I think that's just cute. It's fun. I'm highly likely to get some really good value out of him, especially if he summons something like Deathwing. That would be ridiculous. But other than that, the big chunky parts of this deck are, you know, lots of sprint, lots of weapon enhancement things, and of course everybody's favorite, oil. Oil! Also, fun fact, some of you out there may be saying, Southsea Dead Hand is garbage. He is. He is a garbage card in any other bloody deck. In this deck, we are always 110 million% always going to have a weapon out, which means that this guy always has charge. Charge, by the way, means that he can attack the turn that he's summoned. So he can just be a 1 mana deal 2 damage. Boom. Or, because he's 1 mana, you can combo him into Tinker Sharp Sword Oil. And then suddenly, you know, he gets +3 attack, he's a 5/1. Literally, you spent 1 mana to do 5 damage to a random minion or just to the face. It's good stuff. It's actually good stuff. Especially when you consider that, you know, 5 health is what, 15% of the overall. Is that even correct? Did I do the math right? I don't think I did. Probably I didn't. But anyhow, lots of damage. In this deck, this guy's actually pretty good. We don't play any more pirates because pirates are garbage, but you know, the idea is there. As for the other choices in this deck, I have 2 copies of Sap, which is pretty standard. Being able to remove monsters from the field, if just for 1 turn, is really effective. I've won several games, and I'm talking about, like, a lot of games where, like, I have lethal, like, and I mean that I have enough damage on the board and in my hand to kill the enemy in 1 turn, and then they drop a taunt. And of course, when they have taunt, I can't attack the hero directly, and then I just sap them. Or, basically my 3rd sap in this entire deck, Spellbreaker. Boom, silence the taunt, do all the damage, burst to hell, and you're done. As I mentioned again, the modus operandi, the way we're going to play this deck is that we're going to maintain control during the early game, do a little bit of aggression here and there, and basically around turn 6, maybe 7, maybe 8, we just burst to all hell. We do 20 damage in 1 turn, and we just like end it out of nowhere. That is actually the plan. We want to make sure that the enemy doesn't have the ability to get traction, and then once we have all the pieces together, end the game just like that. That is basically the way this game is going to work, and as always, let me just remind you that I'm pretty new at this game. I am going to be commentating, which kind of like, you should just be like, have a formal debuff on my ability to think. But it'll be fun. I know that's going to be really fun. I'm actually pretty excited to play. I've been looking forward to playing some more Hearthstone, so basically being mildly forced to play should encourage me to actually like dive in and do some more, you know, play the game and have fun. But yeah, I'm going to just jump into a match, and I'll see you once I find an opponent. Did we catch one? The game is low. Okay, we got one. Okay. And as I mentioned again, we're probably going to have like 2-3 matches per episode. I don't know how we're going to do it. So, we're going up against Priest. We're pretty low rank, so, you know, I'm not too worried. But then again, I am not that good at this game. Now, as for things we want early on, I actually don't want Blade Flurry just yet. We can get some better cards. Because this is almost like the end game or board clears later on. I want this guy for probably, I don't know, turn 3? Again, okay, not too bad, not the best. We shouldn't play him turn 1. That's just a bad choice. I would like, yeah, I'm probably gonna skip turn 1. Yeah, I'm gonna skip. Turn 2, we're gonna go swords, and then we'll probably turn 3, Auto Barber, Deadly Poison. Remember, in this game, what you want to do is to think ahead. Are you gonna smite me? That's smite right there. Okay. I think we got us a noob, boys. I feel bad by saying that because I'm a pretty big noob myself. Don't attack. Keep the charges on the weapon. This is an investment. We're investing on this dagger to make good use of it later. Next turn, what are we doing? We're gonna have 3 mana. We're gonna go Deadly Poison to give our weapon to attack, and then Goblin Auto Barber. Our weapon is gonna be buff enough that nothing's gonna get in our way. Now, we have a nice board clear. We have drawn our 2 copies of, Think Master's Oil, Sharp's Oil. We have it ready to go, but, you know, the combo is here, so let's actually drop our friend. And I'm not going to attack just yet. I want to keep it for removal. Next turn, 4 mana. What do we do? I would actually kind of be okay with, you know, being like, if he drops minions, just Fan of Knives, do 1 damage to all of them and draw a card. That seems like the best way to do things. I don't want to replace this dagger. It's got 4 damage on it. With a Blade Flurry, that could clear the entire board. Okay, not exactly, not one of those interesting cards right there. Mind Blast. We're pretty much set with that. Do I want to? I don't want a Blade Flurry, nothing. I mean, I don't want a Fan of Knives, nothing. And I prefer to keep this guy. Yeah, you know what? Nothing useful to play on the hand, and we have plenty of cards anyway, so boom, there you go. The problem with the Priest is that priests can heal themselves. I don't know what he's playing. Maybe he's got like a basic deck, I don't know. We're pretty low rank, so I'm not too worried. We may be able to face stomp for a pretty good while. There's the Tazdingo right there. What am I gonna do? Fan of Knives, hit him in the face. I think I'm okay with Fan of Knives, knife him in the face, because that should kill him actually. That should kill him as though there's any sort of like ambiguity. And that's draw a card right there. And that's we only had 1 more mana. That's unfortunate. I am not gonna do anything else. I could summon this guy, but it's basically 1 mana. I want to keep it for comboing. Next turn we're gonna have 6 mana. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do next turn, because I don't have a lot of too many options. I may actually just go deckhand SI7 agent to kill whatever he's got with the 2 extra damage that he gets us. We're gonna have to wait and see. Now, I'm kind of feeling that the way this series is gonna go is gonna be a lot like my Dungeon of the Endless series, where like the first episodes is just me like face stomping. So that's 7 mana. Oh, that's not enough because you know it's 3, 4, 7. We only have 6 crystals, so that's not gonna happen. I don't want to break my. I could just drop. Yeah. What's the worst that could happen? What is the worst that could happen? That leaves me with 2. Not enough to combo anything else. And if I drop this guy, there's a chance that like my 1 health minion can get the oil, and I don't want that. Ugh, that's unfortunate. Ah, you know what? To hell with it. Like, I'm not sure what this player is playing. But I don't think it can be that good. I don't know. We're gonna be face stomping for a little while. We're like at the lowest rank. Not the lowest, but like pretty low. Pretty low. The ranking system goes downwards from like 28 to 27, 26, around those lines. And then you go down to like the numberless section. That's a nice combo, I think. So he's got now 9 health. How am I gonna kill that? I'll find the way. I think I can find the way. Okay, so he's dropping a lot of stuff now. What is he gonna do? Is he just gonna buff the hell out of this guy? Oh, so wait, and is he gonna do the thing now where like, okay, so 18 health. How am I gonna get past this? That's really cute actually. A Mogashan Warden with 18 health. In case you're wondering what the hell he did, he gave him 2 health to make it 9, and then he doubled it with Divine Spirit. Well, this is hilarious. He can only do 1 damage though, so it's not that big of a deal. I don't want to go double Tink. Nah, I don't want to go double Think Oil. That's actually ridiculous. What are we gonna do here? Drop it to 16. Do 2 damage. Drop it to 14. I have 6, 8. That makes it 14 minus 8. 6. How the hell do I do 6 more damage? You know what? He's not a threat to me. I'm just gonna sprint. He's not a threat to me. I'm not scared. I'm just gonna start cleaning shop, actually. I should have probably dropped the backstab now that I think about it first. That may have been a bit of a misplay, but you know what? It's fine. I've got so much strength on this hand right now. I'm not even worried, man. And then he's gonna heal him for 1 health. Wow. Is this guy just comboing me? Have you been playing quiet? Orionar, all of these games, and you chose to play me, Orionar. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid because I've got a really good board clear right here in my hand. So that's 4 damage right there. I don't want to have to drop all of my junk. All of my junk. Excuse me. I don't want to drop all of my stuff. Oh, you know what? Silencing this guy's actually like the best course of action now that I think about it. Yeah, because if I silence him, then he's basically just a 1/7, which is a useless 1/7. Actually, I'm kind of okay with that. If I'm going to silence something, it's going to be that guy. That, Blade Flurry, then what? I've got 2 extra damage. I don't want to drop that just now. Oh, you know what? I can actually go Defias Ringleader. That actually is really good. Boom. Silence. And is there a way that I can do 2? If I do 4 damage to him, that drops him to 3 health. You know what? It's a 1 damage minion. Better just get value, actually. Yeah, let's just get value. Boom. Bye-bye. Those little girls are actually a problem. Well, those ladies, excuse me, the Northshire Clerics. Whenever a minion is healed, draw a card. A little problematic. You want to get them out of the field. Drawing cards is really important. Why? Because if you run out of cards, you have to start top decking your next play. So what are we doing next turn? He's got... Oh my god, and oh my god. Ugh, priests. Stop playing defensively, you filthy priests. Okay, so... I would really like a sap right now. Okay, I can throw this guy hoping to get a card, but that's a bad play. So, he's got 8 health, basically. He's got 8 health, 4 health. I can, that would clear, actually. Not the best course of action, and I am falling a little bit behind. Actually, you know what? I've got this guy. So, I backstab anyhow. 2 damage, drops him to 6, that deals 2. Ugh, not exactly the best. Would I rather just dagger? Dagger, take 6 damage to the face? I don't think he can kill me. I don't think he's got the firepower to kill me. I'm not afraid. And I can hope that this guy gets a boost. Actually, you know what? That's probably best. Yeah, let's drop 1 oil. Ringleader, not ringleader. That's entirely okay. You go here. Did I do that correctly? Yes, I did. No, I didn't, because I don't have the mana anymore. But you know what? It's. Ah, I misclicked. I meant to attack him with my dagger. The misplays. The misplays. It's okay. He's got 13 health. We'll be fine. Next turn we do. That's 6 plus that's 10. Yeah. We got lethal. If he doesn't kill SI7 agent, we win. Wait. Let me just run through the math again. We've got 4 and 3. That's 7 plus 6. That's 13. We win. Okay. I would like to thank my hand for actually preventing me from failing there. I almost lost the games. Freaking Blakesworth interrupting me in the middle of my dramatic moment. This is not how I wanted to win, but that's the way that it happened. Freaking Plague. Did he just log out? That freaking... And that's Oil Rogue there for you in a nutshell. Misplaying. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, let's just jump into another match right now. Like, the main problem, at least with me right now, is that I'm getting used to the deck, and secondly, I'm also commentating, which causes problem. I just tossed the oil. I needed to play another card, and that way I would have just won with the oil. Thankfully, I had more than enough firepower in my hand to win, so that's all fine. This game boils down to a lot of math at certain points, and I think that's kind of cool. I actually like it. It's a lot of, instead of having the right cards, it becomes a lot of when you want to play those cards. I don't want my saps this early on. The saps are good whenever you're returning expensive minions. Like, let's say like Ysera, the dragon that the priest summon. That's 9 mana. If you return this, if they want to play it again, they have to waste another 9 mana. It's just good. I'll keep the backstab for combos and... Defias! Not Defias. Okay. So what do we have right now? Not a lot. Greetings. No turn 1. So nice. So, what am I looking for? Well, turn 2, daggers every time. Oh, he's coining. What is he coining for? And Iota... Oh, interesting. I don't have anything to combo with. Am I willing to kill that right now? I am, actually. I am. Generally... Oh, hey, those of you yelling at me. I'm paying attention. Generally, you don't want to spend charges of your knife unless you know you're gonna have mana later. I think I'm gonna have mana. Like there's a lot of holes in this hand right now. Turn 3, fan of knives if he summons a bunch of things, but he didn't because he is getting an empty mana crystal, which means that we should take this as a chance to power up. But we have nothing, so I'm just gonna do 1 damage and reload my dagger. Like, if I knew what sort of deck I was going up against, I may throw Fan of Knives just to draw a card, basically, but it seems like a waste, especially, you know, Druid. I don't know what he's playing. He could be playing, like, a really badass deck. Turn 3, Piloted Shredder. That's a pretty nice card. I have one of those in my deck. Do you wanna... Oh, baby, do you wanna... 2 damage, take 4 to the face. Am I willing to take 4 to the face just to not deal with that guy? To get an extra 2/1? I think I am actually willing to take 2 damage. Would I rather waste the sap or waste this? I think the sap is more meaningful now. I mean, the Eviscerate is more meaningful because it's hard removal. Yeah, you know what? I actually rather him waste a turn. Yeah. For a second, I thought that the combo didn't trigger. I'd rather him waste his mana again. Because the thing with the Shredder is that if I kill him, he summons another monster, so I don't have the ability to remove that monster, so he's still having board presence. A lot of this game boils down to, you know, having control of the board, or having control, or being able to dictate the rules of it, the rules of engagement, and many other, you know, movies from the 1990s. Booty Bay Bodyguard. Get behind me. How am I gonna kill this guy? I could toss all of my dudes into it. That sounds boring though. I could 2 damage. I would take 5 to the face, which I'm not excited about. I could do, okay, that will give me 3 damage. Okay, sacrifice this little guy. No wait, 3. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But before that, Violet Teacher. Violet Teacher summons a monster whenever you cast a spell. And that will give us enough to actually pop this guy in the face. Now you may be thinking to yourselves, Max, you're taking a lot of damage. Health is a resource. This is a game of strategy, a management of resources, if you may. Health is only a resource. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how low your health gets, as long as you win. 2 damage to all minions. That's unfortunate, but he just threw like a lot. That's a lot of hard removal there. That's 5 mana. That's like most of your turn. Just to what? To like remove a couple of cheap minions? Like literally, like I spent 2 mana to cast that Defies Ringleader, and he spent 5 to remove it. So, you know, who lost in that encounter? I don't think I did. I think I would be okay. Throw it. Do I want to go face? I don't want to go face just yet. And I think I want to save my knife. So I may just summon my own piloted Shredder. Am I certain that I'm gonna... I think I would... For once... This is a tough situation. I don't want to use these spells just yet. And I want to keep the Violet Teacher there as just... The Violet Teacher is kind of a threat to the extent that she might as well just have Taunt. Now, why did I break my knife? I have mana. Also, 21. We're getting to the magical spot right there. Because 17, 18 damage, I think I can do those any turn, no problem. So, we're getting pretty close. Next turn, you know, he summons minions. Boom. Fan of Knives, draw a card. Maybe could draw us into a second Eviscerate. We could do 8 damage in 1 turn. That's pretty good. And if we get low on health, we've got our anti-heal bot right here to get us 8 back, you know, back to 30. He's gonna have 2 extra mana for this turn. What are you summoning? What are you doing, brah? What is your plan? Look at your life, look at your choices. What are you doing? And that's a hard taunt, as opposed to easy taunts, I guess. And Anoyathron is the best, hardest taunt in the game. How do I want to do this? Okay, if I throw Fan of Knives, I would be able to kill it with my Shredder. And then I can actually kill it with the SA7 Agent. Okay, that's actually probably the best course of action. 3-3, we have 1 extra mana, I'm okay with that. So, boom. We get an extra little dude. I am okay sacrificing my own guy to get this done. And what minion am I gonna get? Ooh, I got an Ooze. Now, yeah, the battle cry is never activated because you did not actually summon the little guy. And with this, I should be able to kill whatever it summons with the Violet Teacher, and we will retain board presence. Oh. That's a problem! I don't have 7 damage on me. Well, in that case, then let us... That is the worst minion he could have summoned, the Doomsayer. Oh, that is a plague moment right there! Oh my god! The Doomsayer is a trash to your card. I can't believe that it got summoned. That's hilarious. That was worth it. He's still at 18 health though, so I don't care. Alright, he's got some beefy minions on the board. I need things to get rolling. I think I can survive if I go boom boom. I think I'll be fine. I can last 1 more turn. And do I want to combo anything? I could actually combo and kill the Yeti, which is actually the biggest threat on the table right now. First, let's see what card we get. And we got an Eviscerate. Or I could do 10 damage next turn. Oh, that temptation is too strong. I don't think I shouldn't be allowed to make choices like this. Or I could clear his entire board. Clear the board. Clear the board. 10 damage or clear the board. Clear the board. Clear, you know, I think clearing the board is the best choice, actually. Also, in this trade, my guy wins. Maybe that wasn't the best choice, but I'm thinking that if he doesn't have control, that's not what I wanted to say. We have made it into the late game, and I really wish that I had more firepower on me. This would be a really bad turn to draw my really good friend. I was gonna say Sprint. How much damage do I have on me right now? I can get 1 extra damage to my sword, which is 2, 2, 5, 5, 7, 12, 17. Am I willing to do it? And I can actually delay. This is a crazy plan. This is a ridiculous plan. And also the problematic thing here is that I need to summon this guy first, which means that the buff from this weapon could go to him as opposed to the dragon who can actually attack right now. This is a problem, and I don't know how to go about tackling it. The pleasure's mine. Face, 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 face. All right, face. Go big or go home. Am I right? Oh, perfect. Oh, there is a god. There is a god. Boom. Okay. Thank you. So unless he can put up a taunt, I got him because I have 5 damage on my sword. So if he cannot kill me right now, he's dead. You're dead. If you can't destroy my sword. Oh, he just put up armor. Oh wait, actually he's dead. Yeah, you're dead. Okay. The math, man. I love being in control. Is there anything else you want to play? Because you're dead, man. Whoop. Thanks for playing. Again, this is a very aggressive deck, and that is why I like it. Because, you know, we came this close, but again, we won. So who cares, right? It's all about winning. Hashtag winning. So I think that because I did the explanation to the deck, I'm going to cut the episode probably 27, that's my lucky number right there. I think I'm going to cut it right here, and then I'll do some more games on the next episode. So I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me, and we'll have some more oily butt goodness on the next episode. Mwah! Oily butts are the best butts.